Hey everyone, it's Grubby here and I'm bringing you my One-Stop Muradin guide. In this guide I'll be going through what makes Muradin such a strong melee warrior. In my opinion, the second best after Stitches, and personally I find him the most fun to play. I want to discuss his key strengths, go through 3 talent trees, evaluate what the team needs the most, figure out your goal and build your talents around it, and then finally I want to play a Hero League match around it, choosing the right build for you in that game. Alright, let's talk about Muradin's key strengths. Muradin is very survivable. Depending on how you build him, he can be extremely survivable, and he's a real thorn in the enemy's side. He's like a lightning rod. He gets focused down because he's in the thick of things. Even though the enemy might want to focus a Thrall, a Kerrigan, or maybe a Vala on your team, your job is to position yourself so that they cannot. So he disrupts the enemies and he functions to reduce the damage that enemies deal to your team members. Now some people like to look at the score screen a lot. There's some excellent analytics there. How much siege damage did you do? How much hero damage? How much healing did you perform? But a lot of Muradin's success cannot be measured in the score screen. Every time he stuns an enemy, there could be a stun statistic. How much are you stunning the enemy? How much damage are you reducing on your allies? And how much damage are you taking and eventually out healing? Finally, Muradin is a very mobile tank. Stitches is a popular pick in Hero League and in Quick Match. And when Muradin gets hooked or even gorged, he can jump out of it and not be an immediate write-off, a pick-off and a death for your team. And you can keep it 5v5 and continue the fight. Alright, let's discuss. When Muradin is a solo tank or a solo melee warrior, it's a different situation than when he's the second one. So we need to figure out our talent build around it. First of all, I want to show you the first talent build. We'll go through each one quickly and we'll top it off with a game at the end, choosing the right build for the situation. Let's take a look here at the first build. Wrecking Ball Muradin, I call it, because he's got that sledgehammer. Oh, oops, there we go. Perfect Storm is the talent that where every time you hit someone with Stormbolt, your damage goes up 5 damage on your Stormbolt permanently for the rest of the game. Not only is it very fun to play around with it in the early laning phase, keep hitting Stormbolt on the enemy hero and raising your damage, it actually becomes a significant damage dealer in the mid to late game. So this one is good if you're not very afraid of dying, you're not building yourself for survivability, because no matter what, Wrecking Ball Muradin is still very survivable, but you will end up dealing more and more damage to the opponent and become a significant damage dealer. Sledgehammer is the talent where you get 400% damage bonus on enemy heroes. This, on all mercs, buildings, neutral minions and lane minions, not heroes. Some people may say that's not very useful for team fights. It's true, but you gotta remember the goal to win games in Heroes of the Storm, you just need to destroy every building that they have, particularly the core. You kill the core, you win. So for all-ins, for dives on the enemy core, it's useful. You kill mercs quicker and everything. Very nice to get that synergy there. Level 7 we go for Piercing Bolt. Hit 2 targets. It's too good to give up with whatever build you do. 2 stun targets. Level 10 is Avatar, and this is a large part of why Muradin is so disruptive and so survivable. You get less affected by enemy slowing and stunning and rooting effects, which means you can keep being a pain in the ass. You also get bonus damage and HP. Burning Rage, level 13. Since you're already not gonna die, technically, since you're already in the thick of things, this is adding some much needed damage on Muradin, which normally isn't very powerful. Normally, Muradin doesn't do a whole lot of hero damage. He does disruption but not damage. Burning Rage can make you do that. You can also clear waves much easier because Thunderclap, as much as it slows enemies sometimes, is very mana intensive and doesn't do a lot of damage. Stone Form at level 16. Heal 50% of your HP in combat. So it's not like Zagara's Incubation where you have to channel it and you get mana and HP. This one is in combat, 50% of your max HP, and you're a melee warrior with one of the highest health pools in the game. Very good. At level 20 we go for Rewind. We've already scaled a lot into our Stormbolt talent, and with Rewind we can continue to Stormbolt, Thunderclap and Dwarf Launch many times. Alright, let's go to the second build. Unstoppable Juggernaut Muradin. The idea here is that you're still the same old Muradin, but we're building you purely for survival. We've got 4 different talents here. Piercing Bolt, Avatar and Stone Form remain the same, because I feel like those choices are really solid. But we went for Block. Now, when would we want to go for this one? Is when the opponent has a very high auto attack damage or basic attack damage. Nova comes to mind, as well as Sergeant Hammer. Also Thrall. These three heroes have the biggest damage on their basic attack, and it's very useful to block out two of those when trying to get in range of a Nova or a Sergeant Hammer. Third Wind, it's increasing your passive. More regeneration in between combat. It goes into effect when you haven't been attacked for a while. Even in some team fights, you may not take any damage for a while, especially if it's more of a skirmish. And also, you will arrive more healthy at various objectives in the game going between point A and B. So Third Wind makes you more survivable. We go for Spell Shield at level 13. We give up the amazing Burning Rage damage, but we take even less damage from spells. Finally, at level 20, we could have gone for Unstoppable Force, the upgraded heroic ability of Avatar, but we go instead for Hardened Shield. Why? Hardened Shield absorbs a lot of damage. Now, Avatar also makes you more survivable. The cool thing about taking Hardened Shield here is that it's on a separate cooldown. Avatar has a 100-second cooldown, and Hardened Shield has a 60-second cooldown. So now you can sometimes use Avatar, the other time you use Hardened Shield, for prolonged fights or for more fights in a short amount of time. You can also use them both together at the same time to be a really, really unkillable machine. The idea here is that you're always going to be there. Your team is never going to be without you. If you don't die, you're going to continue to be a disruption. You may not do a lot of damage, but your ranged AD carries or damage stealers or assassins will do that for you. So you're a good team player. Let's go to the third build. Riot Police Muradin. This one is a build that I made to particularly counter melee assassins. Kerrigan, Illidan, Thrall, they are gonna be next to you, or you're gonna be next to them rather. We go for Reverberation and Thunderburn. The idea here is that Illidan and Kerrigan, they get HP and shields respectively based on how much damage they do to people near them. Now that makes them more survivable, and it makes your team and yourself hurt more. Reverberation turns Thunderclap into an enemy movement speed slowing, slows also their attack speed. So now they're gonna get less tanky. Illidan gets less tanky because his attack speed is lower. He also deals less damage, and you're gonna be safer as well as your teammates. So rather than just focusing on block, where you yourself are more survivable, you're making your entire team more survivable, and it makes Illidan less tanky. Thunderburn here is because of talent synergy. We've already scaled into Thunderclap, Reverberation. Thunderburn makes a zone where Thunderclap happens for a second time, 2 seconds later. Again, adding that movement speed slow and attack speed slow. We're gonna go for Burning Rage here. We've already established that they have melee assassins, so we're gonna be right next to them. Damaging them with Burning Rage is worth a little bit more than Spell Shield here. At level 20, we go for Unstoppable Force. We could have gone for Hardened Shield, but we're already reducing their damage. We want to scale into the Avatar here. We want to be there for longer. Illidan and Kerrigan are built for survivability. If they are there for a long time, it's generally not good for your team. You want to focus them down quickly. But this one will allow you to stun them for even longer. Again, disrupting their ability to do a lot of damage and remain for a long time. Unstoppable Force makes your Avatar last longer and even less reduced by CC effects, crowd control. That is to say, slowing, root, and stun. Alright, we've seen the three builds now. Let's go back to the game. Final closing words on Muradin's talents is basically it's like this. You figure out a goal in the game and then you build your talents around it. That's a very good way to go about it. These three builds are useful to figure out what do they have, and let's choose one of them. Final thing I want to say, as I search for Hero League already, is that very important part, Nazebo. Nazebo always needs someone to cancel him. Like if the enemy has a Nazebo and you're Muradin, if you're the second melee warrior, you are a deep diver. Now, if you're the only melee warrior, it may be difficult for you to dive so deep to cancel Nazebo. So you need to kind of figure out which one you want to do there. Final note is that Muradin has a lot of interesting talents. He's one of the most diverse heroes in the game. He's got some really cool dwarf launch talents. Makes him have more movement speed after jumping, or it makes him jump further or stun people when he lands. All of these are cool, and I think they're valid as well, but I haven't got a build around it yet. They're pretty cool and it changes playstyle. For instance, if you are the second melee warrior and you would like to cancel Nazeebo's Spirit of Vengeance because it's a very damaging channeling ultimate ability, heroic ability, maybe Dwarf Launch talents can be cool. Dive deeper, more safely. Finally, you've got the Playmaker. Haymaker the Playmaker, his second heroic ability. Note that I don't have it in any of the 3 talents here that I have. That's because I really value the avatar very highly. Playmaker, Haymaker makes you less survivable, and that's kind of an issue because you're supposed to stay alive always to allow your damage dealers to have a blocker for them. However, there may be situations where it could be useful. For instance, the opponent has a Sergeant Hammer. Reduced mobility heroes that are very, very threatening. You jump in, you knock him back to your team, and your team takes him out. Now, Hammer is one of the biggest damage dealers in the game, so if you can take that one out, the enemy team may not seem as threatening after, and it may even be worth it if you die after doing it. This doesn't have to be the case, but it may be worth it. So I encourage you to experiment and try all those different talents, or maybe you use one of my talent trees. Alright, let's see when we find a game now. I'll analyze what composition the opponent have, and then I will choose one of the talent builds. Wrecking Ball Muradin, Unstoppable Juggernaut Muradin, or the Riot Police Muradin. Alright guys, we found a game. I'm gonna let my team know that I would like to play Muradin. Hi team, good luck, have fun. I like to play Muradin. And then we'll see what kind of composition we're going up against.
Anytime you're ready.
Okay, so we've got a Rainer on our team. The opponents have Stitches. What's up? Not right now, but I am recording a guide.
Locked and loaded.
Nova. Alright. Block comes to mind for survivability.
I stand ready.
Okay, we've got 3 damage dealers now, and Larna will have to play healer. Larna healing. Yeah, Murphy is so damn strong.
Hell, it's
Right
about damn time.
Alright, they went for Tychus and Thrall. Now, evaluating the block talent from the Unstoppable Juggernaut Muradin, block is really good against Nova. It's pretty damn good against Thrall. They both have the high hitting damage, as I mentioned before, but it's really bad against Tychus. Tychus attacks about 1,000,000 times per second, so he's gonna remove the block charges immediately and there'll be nothing left.
The light abandons no man. Ready for action!
Alright, so block isn't as good if Tychus ever hits me. It's good against Nova and Thrall. Now, Reverberation Thunderburn is pretty good to reduce Thrall's damage output. We've got pretty good damage. Rainer, Vala are good damage. Illidan is damage as well. I'm thinking we may not need my Stormbolt talent. I think I'll go for the Reverberation Thunderburn build here. Let's see what their final one is going to be.
Balloon, grant us strength.
Okay, Malfurion. Yep, Thrall will also gain extra survivability. Thrall gains extra survivability every time he hits people with Wind Fury and with Chain Lightning. So if I make sure that he attacks less quickly, that will also affect his survivability. I could go for Stormbolt and that will do some damage to him, the Stormbolt build. But most important is for me to stay alive. They've got good damage. Nova can snipe pretty hard, and Thrall as well. Tychus hits pretty hard.
Prepare for combat.
Okay. Gonna turn down the sound a little bit just to make sure that you guys can hear me quite properly. I'm gonna go for the reverberation here. Let's see, how do we split? My job here will be to disable Thrall. That's the main point. If we
Battle
can,
commencing
I
in
expect Illidan will
10
be jumping
seconds.
on Nova when possible.
Right on.
Okay, 1-1-3 is a good positioning.
5,
Illidan
4,
will probably be jumping
3,
on Nova.
2, 1.
Tychus will be looking
Let
to
the
focus
battle
down Uther or Illidan in fights. He probably won't get the jump on Vala or Raynor. Always be careful. They could be with
That's
4
more
people
like
in the
it.
middle. Hello there. Now, if I had had the Stormbolt talent, where I get the perfect storm, where it does extra damage on people every time you hit them, I'll be looking to hit people as often as possible. This would make me more mana strapped, but it would feed my damage in the late game, and that will be useful. Let's see how the split is. There's very little gonna happen here in this lane. It's basically Stitches versus Muradin. Neither of us really expect to do a lot to each other. The bottom lane
The ancient
is
shrines
also
of
so far in
control
balance.
them and let
Fla-
loose the dragon
Not
knight.
really in flux. Nova is still
Let's get
missing.
on.
Could be looking to do some kind of damage add-on somewhere. Need to make sure not to go too low. Just stay a bit out of combat. I don't really need to damage the minions too much. Gonna rely on my trade second wind here to heal up. Now Stitches seemed to be leaving,
That's more like it.
so I need to make sure to stay with him.
Hurry,
Nova
activate
doesn't
the
have the
shrine
burst yet
and the
to kill
dragon's
me from
power
here.
Is yours.
Your wounds are healed. Head to the healing fountain, quickly.
Yeah, she doesn't have the burst yet. Nova is gonna come here, careful.
Point me at 'em.
So I'm just gonna heal up. He's using his mana, I'm not using mine. Healing will come for free. Mana is usually a little bit harder. Need to make sure that Nova doesn't take the Dragon Knight, but luckily we got the shrine back quickly. Raynor died at the bottom to Nova. Okay, maybe I can help for a bit.
Heroes getting on my nerves.
Stitches went down as well. Gonna go for Thunderburn here. Need to make sure to soak in the middle. Even if Stitches gives up that XP, that doesn't mean that I necessarily want to.
Got the ugly one.
Just need to make sure no one takes a Dragon Knight. We are taking back top, so it's all good.
I'm coming through.
Always warn your allies if you're at all capable of doing so. Now there's some advantage in clearing this wave quickly. If I clear this wave quickly, it means I'm able to join another... Oh, that was pretty close.
Point me at 'em.
To join another lane. Thank you. I may go help at the top for a bit. Tychus and Illidan are in a struggle. Yeah. That's nice.
Next time, laddie, watch
So
your
now we go take top temple here, the top shrine. Ah, he survived. That's very nice. Good job there on Uther. Larne.
point me at 'em.
Exactly, that was nice.
Choose
So
a
we got the
talent.
top one now. Gonna still take Piercing Bolt. There's no more Thunderclap synergy here. And Piercing Bolt is just too good to give up. Stunning 2 targets, even if I didn't upgrade it with Perfect Storm or whatsoever, the stun always remains the same. So that part is really, really useful.
Right on.
Ah, that was not the real one. Fell for it. Vala is not low, so she's still soaking in the middle. We all came to the top here, did we? Time to drink a bit from the moonwell so I can be more fully effective again. XP is so far very, very equal. There's no wave right now in the top, so I'm gonna go bottom here. I will protect this one. Nova's here. He needs assistance, but I need to protect this one. There's 3 in the middle, so it'll be difficult to reconquer. We're gonna get the bottom one. Okay, pressure is off. They are level 10, they're 10.
Down.
Mike is missing it.
Choose a tower.
Okay, we got Avatar. We got level 10.
Let's crack some skulls.
Nova is very low.
Let's get on.
Thunderclap. Stay alive though. I'm pretty low. Our Uther died. Why? Oh, Illumin is marking. Okay, well, it's not strictly speaking good for him to be marking there. On the other hand, we do get some pressure now on the top lane. Am I gonna stay alive? That's the question. The answer is no.
Unleash its power.
We killed Stitches, but I did perish. Oh look, I'm not friends with this guy. Probably for the best.
Buddy's in some serious trouble.
Okay, maybe we get the bottom shrine here. So far, it's not too bad. We're about half a level behind. Got the bottom one. Let's all top. Surprise them, or all bot. We need to group a bit. The small skirmishes are a little bit more difficult for us because we never know where Nova's gonna be. This Malfurion probably gonna die.
Well done.
That's nice. I'm a little low, but I am very tanky. So you see I'm not dead yet. Nice.
Choose a tower.
Alright, now we're gonna go for... What shall we go for? I think Burning Rage.
Absolutely.
Burning Rage to do more damage to the people next to me. That was good. We should get the Shrine and the DK now in the time. I'll take DK. DK is a Dragonite, of course. Usually you put a tank in. The DK is pretty tanky himself. So by putting a tank in, you don't lose any of your basic functionality. We're not getting it because Illidan is choosing to Merc during this time. And he just wasted his ultimate. No wonder I got him on block. We're not getting the DK because he didn't take the Shrine. Alright, in this case, let's go help at the bottom. Vala wasted our ultimate. So Illidan should have been taking this shrine instead of taking the Merc camp. He also wasted his ultimate. Now the Demon Hunter, the Illidan, when he uses his ultimate, he gets a higher attack speed, he becomes more survivable. But the way that works out is that every enemy hero that you hit with his ultimate takes both splash damage and will add temporary maximum HP increase. So, of 500. So let's say you hit 3 enemies, you deal splash damage on all 3, and you gain 1500 bonus maximum HP. By using it just on a mercamp there, it's an immense waste of survivability, which means when we go into a fight, he dies easier, and that's exactly what happened. Let's go help at the bottom here.
Help out our ally!
As Muradin, you oftentimes want to be the one that gets hooked. So you actually go stand in front of your allies. So you are the one that gets hooked so that they do not.
Always thank your heal.
Are we all together? Yes, we are. Now I need to be in the thick of things here. I need to protect Illidan. I even cancelled his ultimate here. Thrall is my bitch is supposed to be what we should be doing. So he won't attack as fast. And you see, he wasn't nearly as scary now. Where's Nova actually? Okay, I'm gonna get Stoneform here, more healing. We got a quadruple kill here, pretty nice. Thrall was mitigated. Illidan did good damage because he didn't die. Illidan is a real threat getting top when he doesn't get interrupted. Rainer mentioned he's going for a late build, a late game build, where he has many Qs. Look at that. He upgraded his penetrating rounds non-stop. Okay. Always stand at the edge. Even if he comes here and he face tanks me, I will continue to occupy the shrine. So you want to stand at the edge to get the most out of it. Gonna clear this way for a little bit of extra HP. I believe we should be able to get the DK. Oh, I might be wrong. Is everyone here? Rainer is here now. No, you don't. Oh, he's gonna get away. Don't want to use... Oh no! I didn't want to use my avatar yet. I've got 2 down, they've got 1 down, so it's 3v... Oh, correction, 3v3. Do we have 4 dead now? Yes. We still have the shrines, and these siege giants are doing some mega damage. Whenever you've got siege giants like this pushing, the longer the fight takes, the better. So I'm very pleased with the result of this fight, even though we had more deaths than they did. This one is almost dead already. Now they may be getting Thrall here. It seems like he was a little bit too aggressive. Good job. Oh god, bottom, please. Careful, they have 4 alive. Okay. Go back for now, I think. The pressure is on them. The additional advantage of Burning Rage here is that Nova will continually be revealed every time I hit her. I can't keep up with the sprinting Uther because I was slowed by the force. This was good. This was very good. That's the way to do it. Gonna take it now. End this BS. Illidan doing mercs again. Strictly speaking, not the best at this time. But again, even if people are not necessarily doing the best and helping to get the DK, you know, the Dragon Knight, it still has value. And that's kind of the cool thing about Heroes of the Storm, is that there's always something of value to do. Even people who split push too much, or do separate things like that, there's still value in it. Do we have everyone here? Now we do. Rainer's here. Let's just wait till Odin expires.
Let us destroy this fort.
Okay, let's go to another place. I agree with that. Push somewhere else. We already got the fort. The keep would be kind of a one bridge too far situation. Instead we can go for a fort. 15 seconds left. I'm just gonna click the fort now. No more nonsense. You have bonus damage against buildings with Dragonite. What you never want to be doing is hitting minions or heroes too much with it. Ideally, we don't actually want to push in here in bad location. Let's get this bruiser. So I'm gonna go for Unstoppable Force now.
Choose a talent.
It's actually not good to get their bruiser camp. Set trap. Let them start bruiser.
Let us capture this mercenary camp.
Yeah, they're doing it. Let's go. It was successful. Now my job is to just interrupt Thrall and be Illidan's best friend. Very nice.
You're improving.
Killing spree.
Is Nova still around? Can I catch up with her? Looks like my allies already did. Great job. Get some Burning Rage up in here. Note that I was half life in Avatar mode, but as soon as I came out of Avatar, I was full life. That's because I have a bonus temporary max health. Once I go back to my normal mode, it keeps the current health and removes the maximum health. I was thinking, shall I use my stone form? I would be healing my avatar to full, but it wasn't needed because my avatar was already coming out of it. So it would have been a wasted talent usage. Vala pushing her at the bottom. It's strictly speaking more safe if she wasn't. But she is doing some work. But I think now we should leave. I need to make sure to always remain in front of other people who can get hooked. Now I'm gonna use my healing. See? I get hooked, it's okay. And oh, okay, sure, you wanna do that? I think it's not a good idea. On the other hand, it is possible due to the hero level advantage, but you see it's not a good idea. What I wanted was to pull back. Vala isn't here, and I fear that Illidan may not have seen the fact that Vala wasn't there. We lost 2, we killed 1, but the problem is we brought them closer to level 20, and they may be getting the Dragonite now. Try to catch shrines, hit and run style. Don't die for it. Vala takes bot, then runs. Ah, not possible anymore. Never mind. Let them get it. Not worth dying over. We should have turned around there, but the important thing to remember is to make your allies more effective, it is the best to focus on the future. In the end, we all want to win, right? You may be the player that wants to lose, but I say that doesn't make sense. Let them get it. 2v4 bad odds. In the end, if your goal is to win, you should not only see it as a performance of your individual skill, but also to manage your teammates' psychology effectively. Now, not everyone is a team leader incarnate, but just keep in mind the following tip. If you focus on the future, it's more productive than focusing on the past. Just want to reduce damage of this DK, so I'm gonna do some Thunder Burn here. And push in deeper. Keep. Rainer almost back. Ah, Nova has no rewind. Come here, Nova. Nice. That's it. That's it. On top. team.
Your core is under attack.
Good job, all.
Enemy team dominated.
And here I
Oh, that's nice. Now you see the burning rage, the thunderclap reduction really works very well on Brawl and Nova. And I never had a problem with survivability. In this game, I did die 4 times. One of them was my own mistake behind the gate. Another time was because we overstretched here. And then, okay, 2 more for good measure. But Thrall wasn't that scary in this game. I feel like it worked very well. Maybe jump into their fountain for a bit. So that was it. The build here, Riot Police Muradin. And of course I have to control that hooligan Thrall. That's the build we used this game. Now you may find my other builds more useful in different situations, as I outlined in the beginning of the video. And you may even find that there's other builds possible. So I encourage you to experiment, maybe with Haymaker, the Playmaker, or try one of my builds. Good luck, you Muradins. May you have good luck murdering it up there. And hope you enjoyed this One-Stop Muradin guide here. Look forward to my next one. Please subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. And also I do stream live every day on twitch.tv/followgrubby for some live play. Maybe with Muradin, maybe with other heroes. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it and see you guys next time. Bye.